Hello there. My name is Austin. This is my first ever YouTube video, and if you're watching this, it's because you hate gaming. If you don't already hate gaming, then you may as well click off the video because I'm not here to convince you otherwise. I'm here for the people who are already on my side. I'm here to help them out. Um, so you hate gaming. Why then are you still playing video games? Well, it's because you're a mentally ill person and an addict, and it's your coping mechanism. Um, I know that sounds a bit extreme, but I promise you it's true. And the most likely reason is you have a lack of a feeling of importance and probably sex. That's probably a majority of it. Uh, See, video games, as you already know, give you a false sense of progression and like a social strata or like a social circle. And you have to escape that. You have to escape that addiction. You have to escape that coping mechanism and reintegrate yourself into the real thing. You have to go out and be active in your own community. And you can choose what that community is, of course. Might have to do some traveling around, you know. Just try and find your own little circle of people, you know. A lot easier than it sounds. Trust me. Uh, so as a mentally ill person, what do you do? Well, you meditate on what it is that's hurting you, and once you find out what it is, and you found what you're avoiding, and you found out why you're avoiding it, you have to confront it. For a lot of you, I mean, it was the same for me. It's probably a lack of a social life and no attraction from the opposite sex whatsoever. In other words, just get zero bitches. Like, just absolutely none. Zilch. Like, not a drop of pussy. Like, just turbo virgins. Absolute fucking mega goblins. A real tragedy. A real tragedy for young American men. Uh, so yeah, that's step one. Do a quick fast of all media, of all media. Just like stare at a fucking wall and think. I don't know what ails you specifically. You're gonna have to find that out on your own. But that's step one, is to figure out what it is that's wrong with you that's causing you to use video games to cope. And then you're going to change your identity. This is really hard and also really awkward. Throughout all these phases, by the way, you're going to be really red in the face because this shit hurts. It hurts to think about to yourself. It really hurts for me to post this, not just because it's from my phone taped to the wall, but because I feel like a total asshole posting such a personal video. That's pretty much calling myself out to be a fucking loser. But I digress. You're gonna have to change your identity to be to the extreme right now. You can tone it down later, but we're going to the extreme right now. You want to be an anti-gamer. I never used the term gamer before, even when I was technically a gamer, but now you're going to be an anti-gamer. You hate video games, in short. You hate video games. You should no longer think of video games as nostalgic. Don't think of video games in a positive light whatsoever. It is now a part of your identity to hate video games. And you should take that seriously, or as seriously as you can, and you should apply it as much as you can. 3, you're going to need new hobbies, because you just cleared up 4 to 12 hours of your day, depending on how much of a fucking goblin you are, I guess. So you're gonna need a lot of new shit to do. At the end of the video, I will give you some suggestions based off of what I fucking do, I guess. So step 4, expect to relapse. This is a very important step, because you're not gonna wake up one day and be like, oh wow, okay, I'm never gonna game again, because you've been doing it every day for like years. Most people you know that game, they're never gonna stop gaming. It's gonna take you years to stop. It's like, if you've ever known any alcoholics or drug abusers, you know that they don't just wake up one day and just go, oh yeah, I'm done drinking copious amounts of alcohol because I can't confront my deteriorating relationship with my father. That just doesn't happen, because that problem just doesn't get fixed in a day. But your problem probably isn't parental abuse or neglect, or past neglect or abuse from your parents. It's probably, your parents are probably really great, nice people. They probably bought you your game system. It's probably just that you don't fit in at school, and so you've retreated from school onto Discord, which is a bad fucking idea. Stop that. Don't do that. Go talk to like kids that go to a different school. I'd literally rather you skip school than do that. Don't do that. I'd rather you skip school to go talk to people somewhere else than to play video games. Of course, your parents wouldn't agree with me on that. Maybe don't do that, but I'm just saying it might be healthier for you, unless you live in Detroit or something. I don't know. But then again, you can't go to, I don't know. Fuck. I'm gonna have to edit this part of the video out. I digress. Point being, expect to fuck up. You're going to play video games again and again and again. Pardon me. But eventually, fucking hell. Eventually, the gap between game sessions is going to be few and far in between. And so eventually it's like you don't play them. And then you'll be a person who doesn't play video games. And that will be excellent for you. Okay, well, since this is the end of the video, here's some suggestions. You can play guitar, keyboard, fucking, you can start writing. That's fun. The best way to do that I've found is on a laptop. Don't be a retard like me and write a book on composition notebook paper. I don't even know why I did that. Probably because I used to do it in class back in the day to make it look like I was taking notes. Uh, the more you do that, the harder it is to keep drafts of your work, and the worse your carpal tunnel is going to be, which I know you already have. You gaming goblin, you. Also, what do we have here? Lord of the Rings, great book. Great way to occupy your time. We got writing, reading, playing an instrument. Airsoft, Milsim. That shit is so fucking fun. If you like Call of Duty, chances are you're a competitive young man. You probably like guns. You probably like gun tubers. You probably like watch Garen Thumb and fucking Brandon Herrera and Demolition Ranch and all them. Airsoft is Airsoft is really fun because it's competitive. The blasters fucking look cool as shit. I know that I love it. It'll give you something to do. It'll give you real world aspirations like me. My goal: buy an MP5 style airsoft blaster. I mean, everybody's got to have a goal. It's simple. It's awesome. It's great. It's great to have. Also, you could play D&D. Start a D&D group with your in real life friends. And if you don't have any, find some. Or you could skate. Skateboarding also is really, really fucking fun. Uh, as a larger skater, if you're like a big dude with huge fucking feet, like feet so big you could use canoes for shoes, um, you're gonna want to skate about an 8.5 or a 9. Probably nothing below that. Just trust me on that. I know it looks like a big deck, but it's really not. It's like the minimum for you because you're a barefoot water skier. You have literally no other option. You will fall off of every other board, I promise. Um, Spitfires are pretty good wheels. And I think, boys, that is about the size of it. That is about the size of it. So, yeah, thank you so very much for watching. I hope that this has been a productive 13 and a half minutes of your life. I know it wasn't the most pleasant time you've spent because my face was in it and my room is pretty uninteresting and my camera is shit. I will reiterate, you are watching from a phone taped to a wall. But thank you so very much for enduring that. And I hope what I said here serves you well. You know what? Most people probably clicked off the video by now, so I'm just gonna say it again. I'm just gonna go through the steps one last time. Just for those people who are about to rewind it for the meat and potatoes, I'll just give it to you. 1, find your triggers and traumas. Meditate on that, figure out what that is. 2, change your identity to, change your identity to be against gaming. 3, find new hobbies. And 4, expect to relapse. Again and again. but never stop trying. I wish you all luck in your future endeavors. Thank you. Boop.